how much are you thinking about winning this event? I mean, do you really put a lot of time in thinking you got a real good shot at winning this?
Oh, for sure. Once you get a little taste of success, I'll call it, and I think one year I was in the final group and coming down the back nine, a birdie here, there might get you a chance to win. That elevates your expectations. The summer schedule for me is kind of crazy. End of the season, going to China, all that type of stuff for Under Armour. So the golf game is kind of secondary to all that, which it should be. But I seem to find my game pretty quick and hopefully just play well, hit some good shots. And as everybody wants to, you get off to a good start and see what happens.
As we've mentioned, you've been out here numerous times. What elements of your game do you think need to improve for you to win out here?
I mean, everybody wants to make putts, and that's what usually decides the winner. But for me, it's mostly just trying to avoid those kind of boneheaded mistakes. I know the limits of my game, and just try to stay within that. But really, just try to keep the ball in play off the tee mostly, and then good things will happen from there. Usually, when I get sideways, it's from the tee box, and trying to do too much with it. So that's probably the one thing I try to focus on.
Okay. Steph's going to take a few questions about basketball, and then we're going to go back to golf. Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, Steph, I'm just curious, kind of with the Warriors, with the new arena, the new era and all this, some young talent coming in, where do you see the style of play going from here?
I mean, I don't know, it'll develop as we get together as a group. Like you said, there are a lot of changes. It's a tough way to end, in the finals with KD and Clay getting injured, and obviously free agency. So for us, our core, myself, Clay, Draymond, adding D'Angelo, and a lot of hungry young guys trying to prove themselves in the league, it'll look different in terms of the lineups and things like that, but the expectations of how we play and that championship caliber basketball, that's gonna for us always be the motivation and the challenge. So I'm excited about to be honest with you, it's 5 straight years in the finals. We've accomplished a lot, 3 championships, and there's a lot to be proud of. But everybody wants a new challenge in terms of how do you get back to that level.
Steph, your first chance to comment on Kevin Durant's departure to Brooklyn, all the dimensions of it, what he meant when he was here, how you felt about him not re-signing with Golden State.
I mean, the 3 years that we had was special. Like you said, we were with KD, we had 3 straight finals appearances. We won 2 of them, and we accomplished a lot as a group. Everybody talks about the amount of talent that we had on that team. But that doesn't guarantee that you can figure it out on the court and that you can put all the pieces together to be successful. I'm really proud of what we accomplished. The beauty of free agency is everybody has a decision, everybody has a choice, and you want to find your happiness wherever that is. And the beauty of the NBA is everybody has that decision at some point, and especially the guys that deserve it, like Kay and the other top free agents. So. Again, I like to look at what we accomplished and focus on that and be extremely proud of this run that we had. And now we're going to have to recreate it in terms of what it means going forward.
And along those same lines, Andre Iguodala had to be a casualty of the hard cap. A comment on maybe the cruelty of the business, and then what would it be like without the adult in the room, as they call him, although you're probably an adult too.
I'm the oldest on the team now, so I gotta step my game up. But I feel like you said, it's a tough business. That's part of it, and at some point or another, whether it was this year, next year, the year after, there are gonna be some hard decisions, some hard changes. When you talk about Andre and Sean, 2 guys that do things the right way, have an ultimate level of professionalism, leadership, and just have a presence when they walk in the room that you respect everything that they say and do. That makes them who they are, and they're 3-time champs, both of them. And I think they got a lot left in the tank, so it'll be fun. It'll be hard to watch them on different teams, but again, you look at all that we accomplished, and those are things we'll remember for a lifetime. So I know Andre's out here, playing golf. he'll probably say I'm gonna miss him on the court, but I'm gonna miss on the road trips being able to call him and be like, hey, when's our tea time? So that's gonna be tough.
Steph, I'm curious what you think of the deal that Steph was able to get, and in that same light, we had a couple brothers play at the University of Nevada, Caleb and Cody Martin. Don't expect you to be familiar with them, but I'm curious if you have any advice potentially for them about navigating as brothers within the NBA and kind of how you guys, pick each other up.
I'm extremely excited for Seth. I mean, for multiple reasons. Obviously, job security in terms of getting that multi-year deal that he's been looking for a couple of years now, and even considering him coming off of a surgery and missing an entire year, the year before last. So, extremely happy for him going back to a city that he's played for before, knows the atmosphere, the arena, the fans. That's gonna be exciting for him. In terms of brothers, like everybody's path is different, and not to be overwhelmed or really be overwhelmed by who goes where and how quickly things materialize for each other. Just put your head down, control what you can control, and that's the best way to go about it. The NBA is tough. It's tough to get there. It's tough to stay there, and you got to put the work in and kind of just keep laser focused on what you can control, and support each other as brothers. Like when you're on this level, it's kind of surreal stuff, man. So enjoy the moment.
Yeah. Steph, combining basketball and golf, you dislocated your fingers. It looked painful. Still looks painful.
Yeah.
How does it affect your grip on the club?
So I think all the professionals I've talked to who give you some pointers here and there. They always talk about keeping your grip nice and loose and fluid. So the finger actually helps because I can't grab the club as hard as I want to if I get nervous or something, because it'll start hurting. So I kind of got to back off just automatically. So it puts me in a pretty good spot. Funny how that stuff works out.
And Steph, one more on basketball. Just you talked about just all the changes in free agency. Did a lot of it catch you off guard in terms of what the Warriors did? And then when you look at the league now, especially the Western Conference and the Clippers and the Lakers, how do you size it up?
There's a lot of change. It's like this every summer. Just now it's continuing to evolve. The biggest names in the game every summer. But the West is always tough. It's been that way since we started this finals run back in 2015, and I think it's going to continue. In terms of what we did this summer, really proud of our front office trying to put the pieces together in terms of filling out the roster with talented guys that are going to be hungry to prove themselves in the league, and obviously with D'Angelo, with the year he had last year, only going to take that next step, and I think we're all going to figure it out together. So it's going to be an adjustment. I think we talked about this about when Coach Kerr joined or took over back in 2015. We had proven success in terms of being a playoff team. We just had to fine tune it a little bit. Now that we're champions and experienced that, it's just about fine tuning with the personnel that you have, and we have high basketball IQ, so I have confidence we'll figure it out.
Sorry for another basketball. It's our first chance to talk to you. What is your history with D'Angelo Russell? As a young kid, at your encounters with him through the years, and what do you expect the dynamic to be as you welcome him to the team?
I mean, the noise he made last year was amazing, what they did in Brooklyn, and him taking that next step as a certified all-star. I haven't had much personal interaction with him on or off the court. We're obviously playing against each other, but back when he got drafted, there were some comparisons of our games and how smooth he played, and he could shoot the ball, obviously he could handle, he could pass, and having guys that are versatile like that, it only helps your team. So the chemistry will develop quickly. Be really purposeful about that and trying to set the tone for how we're going to play going into this year. And again, it's about encouraging each other and having confidence that we'll bring the best out of each other. And then when Clay gets back as well, add him to the backcourt mix. So it's going to be fun.
With Andre gone, who is your golf homeboy on the road now?
Well, Clay still plays, but obviously he's going to be out for a minute. But I might have to introduce a lot of the guys to the game. Might have to get me a bunch of clothes on the plane. Be like, hey, it's team bonding time. Let's go out.
With the ABC station, can you just talk about you and your wife getting involved on our network?
It's pretty amazing. Thursday nights, obviously starting at 8 Eastern, and her show coming on at 9. It's pretty amazing to be in this world where you get to share some passions and excitement and entertainment for families, all sitting down watching TV together. Obviously with Holy Moly, it's loud, it's crazy, it's fun, and I think people really gravitate towards it in terms of blending the acrobatics of what they have to do in the miniature golf style and just the comedy as well. So the crew that we have is amazing, and obviously for her in the culinary world, bringing families together through the kitchen with Family Food Fight, it's pretty amazing to see all the work that she put into the show, first and foremost, but also the reaction that people attaching to certain families and seeing how diverse people are in terms of the way that they cook. But at the end of the day, for families, that's a place to gather and a place to share your most special moments. So, and that was really special for her to be able to bring that show, and for us to take over Thursday night is pretty crazy.
And just with the entrepreneurial endeavors and her in Napa and in restaurants and then you with TV and parenting, how do you do it all?
It's a learning curve in terms of balancing it all. But there are a lot of doors that have been open in terms of doing things outside of the basketball court and kind of sharing who we are as a family and who we are as a couple and things like that. So she's amazing. I'm trying to keep up with her in terms of how busy she is. Like you said, she's got a wine, cover girl, GoDaddy, Family Food Fight, all that type of stuff, and her kitchenware as well, bakeware. It's insane. So I'm asking the same question to her. Because I got a set schedule. I know where I'm at 82 games out of the year. She's all over the place. So, and parenting those 3 beautiful kids as well.
How does it feel? That extra weight really, the light is kind of like, even if you